Hi there guys, my name is Matt Stowers. I'm the founder of clinicaldevelopers.org, and this is the first video that I'm doing for the blog. So it might be a little bit rusty, and also you can see above my head Bandicam is being advertised because I haven't actually bought the product yet because I'm just trying it out. But if this goes well, I will get it. Also, you can see to the left of me that there's lots of kind of building materials and things. That's because I haven't yet finished moving into my house because I've spent so much time building websites and doing other things. A word of caution: when you start getting into websites, it can become very addictive and you can end up spending more time than you initially expected. Right, okay, on to the tutorial. So basically, this is a tutorial about drag and drop builders, and just, various different ones. I've tried some of them, got friends who've tried other ones, and they are very useful. They're a very good tool if you want to just build a website really quickly and get it done. This guy here, Steve, seems to know his stuff. He's done lots of research, and interestingly, the top ones that he comes out with are Squarespace, Weebly, and Wix. And then there's another guy here, a guy called, I don't even know his name, but he also says that he's been through them all. And he's come out with Site Builder, Wix, and Squarespace. And I think that that's a fairly recurrent theme, that Wix is a very popular one and a lot of people use it, but Squarespace tends to be one of those websites that a lot of people recommend. My sister has built her business website using Squarespace, and she does recommend it. So that's the one. If I was going to say you're going to go for one, I'd probably go for Squarespace. It gives you all the different functionality that you need to build a website very quickly with minimal effort, and it gives you the ability to build a store, do whatever you want to do. So if I was going to choose one, that would be the one I go for. Other options are obviously Wix. It's very quick. You build pretty websites, but the functionality is a bit more limited. And then there's the Site Builder one. I've never used this. I don't know anyone who's used it, but apparently it's recommended. It doesn't have the best splash page though. Then there's a Bold Grid, which is another one that people seem to mention. Now, I don't know anything about Bold Grid as a drag and drop builder, but I do know that InMotion Hosting is a good hosting company, and they do provide very good and very cheap hosting. So that does bode well for them. If you want to build a shop, then Shopify is the one. There's all these different kind of prices you can set, and all different payment channels. It's very quick. Just upload your photos. You can build a shop in a few hours, but that's all it really can do. It can't do much more. Then there's Weebly, very popular. I think Weebly produces very beautiful websites. That's highlighted by the great graphics. And then we're on to the slightly less good ones. So there's Site123, eHost. There's 123reg, 1&1, all these big companies. Often they're big names, big marketing brands. I would stay away from them. I know they don't build the best website builders necessarily. They're not the best hosting companies, especially with these very cheap packages, $1.99 a month. I know you have to wonder how they're making their money. I know the other thing I would say is, don't buy the domain from the hosting company if you can possibly avoid it, because if you want to transfer that domain out, it may cause you some significant headaches. Then there are some other contenders coming on the way. There's Strikingly, which is quite a popular one. And then there's a new couple called Jimdo and Duda, which have been very highly recommended in the most recent setting. So those I would say are probably the main options. There are going to be other ones coming out all the time. There's a constantly changing landscape. But if you really want to build a website and you want to build it quick and it's your first one, I would recommend these options because I think that these are probably the quickest way to do it. Okay, guys. Okay, next I'm going to talk about the basics of web development.